Yo, everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Man United Central, and I'm your boy Luther. I am boosted that you're back here to get your updates when it comes to our Man United. When it comes to our Man United, man, it's always stuff happening, right? So I'm going to give you a quick rundown, right? That way you know what's going on. That way by the time you watch this, you are like up to date, ready to go, right? All right, so it's a lot. We're going to try to cram it in. That way we can, knock it out pretty quick, right? Guys, first of all, I'm hoping that you are having fantastic, if it's Friday, where you're watching this, I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Happy Friday. If not, if you're watching this on a Saturday, happy Saturday. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic weekend with you and your family. Family first. Make sure you hug them and you have a fantastic time with your family. Family is all that we have, and in this world, a lot of craziness is happening. Don't ever forget the most important things in our lives, which is our families, right? All right, that being said, let's jump into the football. Let's jump into Man United. All right, so we know what Manchester United is trying to do, right? So when it comes to incoming, right, we know we want to get in Rasmus Højlund, number one target for Ten Hag, right? Secondly, his second target that he definitely wants is Safyan Amrabat, right, from Fiorentina. So how does he get, for example, okay, Rasmus Højlund, there's some kind of game plan going on, but Amrabat, for him to come in, he needs to sell, right? He needs to bring in some money. Money needs to come in, right? So how does he do that? That's what I'm going to talk about, right? So according to reports, I'm reading this from Fabrizio Romano, the main man when it comes to sales, incoming, and all that. Fabrizio is reporting that Real Sociedad are actively working to sign Donny van de Beek, right, from Manchester United. Negotiations are ongoing, but still no agreement on formula of the deal and personal terms. Talks continue. Man United, wait for Donny/Fred to leave to push in for Amrabat, right? So Donny van de Beek, man, I mean, I love the kid, but for some reason, ever since we signed him, he had a huge promise, but he couldn't really deliver because he kept on getting hurt, that kind of thing, right? So I think, by him leaving, it's a good thing. He can restart his career somewhere else. And seeing that Real Sociedad is trying to get him, that is good, right? Because in my outgoings, I don't know, for some reason I didn't think of Donny van de Beek, right? So this is good to see, right? It's good to see that, there's potential interest. He's a good player. Like, I don't know if you guys watched the Man United Real Madrid game. Donny van de Beek, when he came in second half, I think, he showed promise. Now he's healthy. He has a point to prove. He was playing pretty well, right? And also, I think on the first game that he played, which was, I think, against Lyon, he had the post-match interview. They were asking him, okay, what does your future look like and all that. He kind of insinuated that, he sees himself moving away from Manchester United because he needs that regular football, and maybe somewhere else will do that for him. So I really hope that we'll come up with a plan and work with Real Sociedad, and Donny van de Beek can be out of our books, right? It could be that, or I saw some other reports that United we're looking at Kudus from Ajax, right? We know Donny van de Beek is from Ajax. Ten Hag, his track record so far, guys, we've seen that he goes for players that he knows. He knows these players because they will do the job that he wants them to do, right? Licha, Anthony, right? Those two. And then, of course, now Andre Onana. Right. So he knows his players. That's what he does. He goes for players that he knows. So yes, I saw some rumors out there that he may be going in for Kudus from Ajax, right? So I don't know. Maybe if this Real Sociedad deal doesn't work, they may deal something like, okay, maybe Donny van de Beek can go back to Ajax, and then we get Kudus to Man United. Now the thing with Kudus is he's versatile. You know how Ten Hag likes versatile players, not only playing specifically one position. He wants to be able to move pieces around. That's why he got Mason Mount. Mason Mount, he can move him around. He can play on the 8, he can play a 10, he can play on the wing, that kind of player. Kudus does that. And Kudus also, he can play as a number 9, right? Because this past season that just ended, Ajax was kind of short-handed when it comes to strikers, and Kudus was playing as a number 9. And Ten Hag knows about Kudus. And Kudus has already told everybody, look, Ten Hag calls me, say, hey, Kudus, I need you at Manchester United. Kudus was like, look, there's no way I can resist that, right? Because all these players, Ten Hag groomed them to get to where they are, right? To be the superstars, like Frankie de Jong at Barcelona, right? So he has that track record of building superstars. And you know what? Saying that, I'm sure you, myself, and the Man United community, we have to be excited about what he can do with Rasmus Højlund. We're gonna get to him later, right? All right. So that's what we have against when it comes to Mr. Donny van de Beek, right? So let's see who else we potentially out. The main one that we can see that a lot of teams they're looking at is Fred. Fred always plays for Brazil. Fred is a good player, right? And we see that interest is from Fulham, Galatasaray. Galatasaray, they're still talking to Man United. This is also from Fabrizio Romano. He's saying that Galatasaray are still negotiating with Man United for Fred, trying to find a solution, right? In the next few days. So talks continue while there are other clubs trying to enter the race. Who are these other clubs? Well, I saw something earlier that Lazio from the Serie A, they're looking at Fred, right? So there's Lazio, there's Galatasaray, there is a Fulham, the Saudi League. So this Fred, he could bring us some money in. And of course, the money we want from Fred is what? It's 20 million, right? We're trying to get him out of the door for like 20 million. So, maybe we can do something. I'm very optimistic when it comes to Fred, right? Now, let's see who else that we have here could be on the way out. All right. So this was the main news today. The reason I'm laughing is this, guys. Listen, West Ham, as I reported yesterday and the other days, West Ham, David Moyes likes Maguire, McTominay, right? He likes those kind of players. He likes to play with, English players that, they've already been established in, in the society, that they are, staples, right? So David Moyes and his team, they put in a bid for Maguire. All right. So how much did they put it in? The bid for? They put in a whopping 20 million, right? They put in 20 million offer for Harry Maguire, our former captain, right? Man United rejected it. So I need some of you guys, do me a favor. On the comments below, tell me, would you take 20 million? It could be 20 million. This is 20 million pounds. A lot of money, right? Would you take 20 million pounds for Maguire? Yes, we bought him for 80. We're not going to get 80 back, right? But we need to get rid of him. So West Ham is offering 20. Would you take that 20 or what? Let me know in the comments below because I'm curious. Personally, I'll take the 20. I'll be like, West Ham, thank you. Praise the Lord. You guys are a lifesaver. You can have him. He's all yours, right? Because the thing is this, we'll take the 20 million, right? Add it to the kitty that we're going to get maybe for Fred, because definitely Fred is going to leave. And all the other outgoings, because it's something, right? But it looks like, according to reports, I was watching Sky Sports from the UK, they're reporting that, look, Manchester United and Ten Hag, they really don't want to get rid of Harry Maguire. They don't want to be like, okay, we stripped him off the captaincy and then here you go, here's the door. They don't want to do that, right? They feel that, Ten Hag personally feels like Maguire can offer something for us. Now, if a proper offer comes from a team, giving us a value that Manchester United can take, which is the value that Man United value Maguire is over 40 million, then they'll consider that. But also the ball is kind of in Maguire's court too, because it cannot just be any team. Maguire has to pretty much like agree to that move kind of thing, right? Maguire needs to say, you know what, all right, cool, I'll move. So that's where we at. So we rejected the 20 million. I would have taken it, because what happens is this: Gareth Southgate, who's the England coach, has told all these players, including Maguire, listen, for the Euros coming up next summer, I need you to be playing. Because in the last couple of games, he has picked Maguire regardless. Maguire was not playing, but Southgate always picked him, right? So Southgate told him, like, look, man, I like you. I like the way you play. You are my man when it comes to that defense, but I need you to be playing consistent football. So if you're Maguire, why do you want to stay at Manchester United? You know you're not going to play consistently. Why would you want to risk it, right? Because you are like the fifth choice defender, or the worst case fourth, right? Because anybody gets hurt in that defense, obviously the starters are Varane, Licha, right? Anybody gets hurt, Lindelof comes in. Lindelof can cover any of those, and and this is so messed up because, and then if for example both of them are hurt, it will be, instead of bringing Maguire, Ten Hag brings in Luke Shaw, right? Can you imagine that? He brings in Luke Shaw, even though he has a center defender right there ready to go in Maguire, he brings in Luke Shaw. Ah, man, that must hurt. But again, Maguire, dude, take the hint, move. But anyway, let's move on, right? Let's see who else we have here ongoing. So basically, look, if we were to make those moves, right? We sell Maguire, we sell Fred, we sell McTominay. We didn't talk about McTominay. McTominay also has interest from West Ham. Again, we value McTominay between 40 and 50 million. I don't know what's the deal with that, because come on, we really don't want to get rid of this deadwood. But again, I think what Ten Hag is trying to do is this. Definitely Fred is going to leave, so he doesn't want to be short-handed in that midfield. So he may want to, he's not really forcing to sell McTominay, unless the proper bid comes in, meeting that 40, 50 million amount, then he can go. But so if we sell those, that gives us enough money to go in for Mr. Sufyan Amrabat. And with Amrabat, man, the player that fits the Ten Hag play, the player that can cover Casemiro if he's injured, suspended. His price tag is only 30 million, people. Only 30 million for Sufyan Amrabat. Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, we should just go to Fiorentina. Here you go, the money, come on, right? So talks are ongoing with Sufyan Amrabat, because Ten Hag, of course, he's definitely he wants Amrabat to come in. So, but that depends on outgoing, right? So let's see what else we got here. Another positive is we have an update when it comes to Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo, man, this season, I cannot wait to see him. I really hope he can play the next game against Dortmund, but I don't think he will. But this season, this kid is gonna be amazing, right? So what I'm reading here from Manchester Evening News is like Manchester United prospect Kobbie Mainoo has vowed to return from his injury setback a stronger person while thanking fans for their support. Basically saying the 18-year-old was forced out on the 3rd minute, when we in our loss from Real Madrid. So it really doesn't say what is the time frame for him coming back. So it's safe to assume that he may not make that Dortmund game, right? So we really hope he comes back sooner rather than later, right? Because we surely need him. All right, so let's see here. On other news, I'm seeing that this is from the Sun. Now we're gonna let's see if we can jump into the news, the big news about our number 9 incoming. I'm gonna talk it to existence. I'm gonna be positive. Rasmus Højlund, he's coming, right? This guy has rejected PSG. He has done all he can to say, look, I am going to Manchester United. That is the only team, right? And Atalanta already, they signed in a striker. So that striker coming in, obviously, Atalanta knows, like, look, we already have a replacement for this guy. So the ball is kind of in a Man United court. Let's finalize this thing, give them the money that they want. That way we can get Rasmus Højlund in. So the bid that we put in to 60 plus, so it's going to be 60 plus 4 million in add-ons, 4 million plus in add-ons. So yeah, we'll make it like 65 in total kind of thing. Yeah, we're going to be under 70, right? Even that is a lot of money for this kid. He's unproven, but the way Ten Hag sees this kid is he sees him as like a diamond in the rough, they called it, right? Because Ten Hag knows that, look, I can make this kid big. I can make this kid do amazing things, right? Because you know what? I don't know if you haven't watched, but do me a favor, jump on YouTube and pull up Rasmus Højlund's stats or what he can do. This kid is quick. He's 6'3". He's strong. So basically, he's not going to be like, people are not going to be able to bully him around the ball. He is fast, right? And he knows where the goal is, right? He's creative, right? He drops back because Ten Hag always wants players that we defend as a team, we attack as a team, right? So Rasmus is a player that will be dropping back, defending, and then when we have that counter attack, he's one of the quickest players out the gate. So that's why he really he fits Ten Hag in so many aspects, right? So I'm excited about him. I'm excited. I don't think I have been this excited about any player in a long time, right? So hopefully, if it's not by this weekend, we get the here we go from Fabrizio Romano, and we'll know, okay, this kid is in the books. But definitely right now, the ball is in our court. I'm hoping that Man United do the numbers. They may have to do more with add-ons, right? Because you can only put like a cash money up front, only so much. So maybe United only have that 60 million to put up front, and then they may have to do some wiggling when it comes to those add-ons. That way to get to the number that Atalanta wants. So again, we'll keep that in watch, and trust me, if news breaks, check this space right here, I will definitely update you guys. All right, so let's see what else we got here real quick. I see this news that Mason Greenwood's career at Man United could be saved after the club's main sponsor approved the return. Club's main sponsor is Adidas, right? So apparently secret talks with Adidas have been ongoing and have been described as positive. So I don't know what that means. You know, Man United board, their high ups, they need to make a decision with this kid. This kid, he has a career to think about. They cannot just keep him in limbo because, you know, he has a livelihood, he has a family to support. So they need to make a decision, and whatever that decision is, that way he can move on with his career instead of just keeping him, all of us not knowing what's the deal with this kid. So I don't know what's going to happen with Mason Greenwood. I really don't see him coming back to the team because of the situations that he's being accused of. But again, weird things have happened. But if he was to come back to the UK, to Manchester United to play, the amount of abuse that he's going to get is going to be it's going to be terrible. So I would hope he goes abroad somewhere, Italy, and try to revive his career out there, right? So, and other news here that we're going to jump into. Come on, guys. I know we've all been waiting for this takeover situation. So according to Sky News, apparently we were going to have some kind of update next week when the team comes back from preseason, right? So we may get some kind of update from the Glazers, what's going on. This update could be like the Glazers telling us, you know what, we're not selling, we're staying, or what. So I'll believe that when I see it, because we've had Rio and everybody saying, oh, next week we're going to have something, and we never did. So we'll see. We'll see next week what happens, but yeah, next week we may have an update. Also, real quick, David Beckham, he did speak, I don't know if it was yesterday, about the whole takeover situation. Yes, he said, look, it's time for the Glazers to leave. David Beckham is one of those players former legends, that has never really spoken out when it comes to the Glazers. But this time he did say, like, look, one thing is the Glazers definitely have to leave, right? They have to leave because they lost the fans. So according to David Beckham, he said, look, when you lose the fans, there's no way to get them back. And the Glazers have lost the fans. The fans want them out, right? So it's time for them to leave, right? So, and also he said, look, it's time for them to leave. And he said, look, if that situation later on happens that he's able to help Man United in any capacity on the board or whatever position, he would love to do that because Man United is his team, right? He grew up there. Man United gave him everything that he has, and he would want to serve the team, right? Because we saw that if it was Sheikh Jassim, even I think Sir Jim, they had mentioned that, look, if they were to acquire the team, they want to incorporate all these ex-stars to come in and help them build the team in the image of the fans, kind of thing, right? So, guys, well, I was hoping to be short, but yeah, I guess it's a Friday show. I'm hoping that you are enjoying this. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button that we do not miss any future videos coming out of this show. And also share the video. What's up? Twitter. Just throw it out there. That way everybody can enjoy it. Guys, I thank you so much for taking this time to be here. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and peace out to you guys and your families.